What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sabby. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Welcome to my channel, Self Mastery. In today's episode, this is all you need to become the greatest version of yourself. Literally. So my channel is all about self-mastery, and if you guys have been watching a lot of my videos, I talk a lot about spirituality, psychology, health, and wellness, but also self-development. And guess what? All my videos are super important. All of them have great topics that help you elevate, evolve, transcend, patterns that are just no longer serving you. But if I had to summarize everything down into these three qualities or these three ways that you can literally just implement today, starting today, right now, you could achieve your greatest self, the greatest version of yourself that you've ever achieved, honestly. So stay tuned. There's a lot of information that I'll be sharing in this video today. And before I continue, please subscribe if you haven't already. You know I'm always posting new content. Give this video a thumbs up, and please, at the end of this video, share it with someone that you feel like could use this knowledge, use this information, because I know for a fact my words are life-changing, guys. So let's get started. But the first quality that one needs, or the first characteristic that one needs to really achieve the greatest version of themselves, is ambition, guys. Ambition, which is another word for burning desire, right? So guys, look, you gotta have ambition. You gotta have drive. You gotta have a burning desire to wanna change, to wanna be the best you've ever been, right? I don't know if you guys have been through heartbreak, or have come from poverty, or have gone through trials and tribulations, or have gone through just hard times, like really trying times that really put you down on your knees. Like, I don't know if you guys have been at rock bottom. I have. I've gone through all of it. Guys. And so, and it's honestly a blessing to go through all of that, man, because it changes you. It changes everything about you, because within it burns this fire, right? This fire that's never burned bigger. It never burned brighter, because you've been through the hard times. You've been through the heartbreak, right? That girl left you for another guy, right? She cheated on you, man. She left you. And I've had my heart broken many times. Or if maybe, you come from poverty, right? Maybe you didn't have shit growing up. Maybe you didn't have any money growing up, right? And everybody around you got everything that they wanted, but when Christmas came around, guess what? There were barely any presents under the tree, right? Or you come from, just rock bottom, where there was nothing but junkies around you, druggies around you, and you really wanted to get out of that. You wanted to get out of that environment. And guess what, right? This thing called ambition, this thing called burning desire, this drive within you started to kick in, max speed, right? 700 horsepower, you're ready to go, right? And that's what I'm talking about, because if you don't have ambition, right? If you don't have a burning desire to achieve anything, it could be anything, right? It could be getting that PhD. It could be starting that business, but not even starting, but having and maintaining and, having a prosperous business, right? Or maybe it's becoming a doctor, because guess what? Nobody in your family ever went to college, right? Or maybe it's, trying to become that successful person because the girl you were madly in love with, she left you. She left you for another guy, man, Or maybe, right, you've seen your mom and dad struggle, right? You've seen your single mom work 2-3 jobs just to provide food for you, your brother, your sister. You've seen that, right? And you want to get your parents set, right? You want to buy your mom a house up in the hills. You want to take care of her because she took care of you, man, when she barely had nothing, right? When you go through those kinds of different trials and tribulations in life, those different kinds of experiences, guess what, right? Something within you starts burning up. Something within you starts firing up, and it's called ambition. And you realize, hey, I gotta achieve something, man. I gotta do something. I gotta set a goal, and I gotta aim for that goal, and I gotta get to this goal, right? And that's where this drive kicks in, because life will knock you down, man. Life will knock you down day after day after day after day, if you don't make a plan today, if you don't make a plan right now that you want to do something, that you want to achieve something, that you want to become the best at something, that you want to be a college graduate because no one went to college that you know of, right? That you want to get out of the hood, that you want to get out of the ghetto, because guess what? Everybody around there are like crabs in a bucket. They're always trying to drag people down that are trying to make it out, but you want to make it out, right? You're trying to get out of the system. You're trying to get your parents right. You're trying to pay back your parents for everything they sacrificed just so you could have shoes on your feet, just so you could have clothing on your back, right? That's ambition, guys. And ambition is the first quality, the first characteristic you need to possess if you want to achieve the greatest version of yourself, guys. Literally, hands down, you gotta have ambition. If you don't have ambition, just stop this video right now, exit out of this video. This video is not for you. But if you have ambition, keep watching, because guess what? I'm going to tell you what comes next. And what comes next is self-discipline, guys. Self-discipline. So for you to achieve anything in life, right? So you got the ambition, you got the goal in mind, right? Maybe you're over 300 pounds. Maybe you're even over 200 pounds, right? You're fat right now. You're obese right now. You're overweight right now. And your doctor literally tells you that, hey, man, if you keep going on like this, your life is not going to be too long. Guess what you got to do? You got to have self-discipline, brother. You got to have self-discipline. You got to know that, hey, if I don't change what I'm doing right now, if I don't get on a diet plan right now and stick with that diet plan, right? If I don't have the discipline to stop eating the chocolate or stop eating the chips or stop eating the junk food or the McDonald's or the Burger King, right? I'm never going to change. Nothing's going to change for me. My health is only going to get worse, right? Or if you don't have the self-discipline to quit doing drugs because you've been smoking weed every day for the past 7, 8, 9, 10 years, or you're still, stuck to the bottle, you've been an alcoholic for the past several years and you know it's destroying your life and you don't have the self-discipline to quit, you're never going to achieve anything. You're never going to achieve anything, man. You got to have that self-discipline, because without self-discipline, nothing's ever going to happen in your life. Nothing's ever going to happen, right? If you want to be a college graduate, you got to study every day. You got to do the homework every day. You got to be in class on time every day, right? You got to be prepared every day. You got to study for these tests, these quizzes, because if you slip up, what's going to happen, man? What's going to happen? You're going to get lower grades. You may even fail a class or two, and that costs money, man, especially if you're going to college. You really want to do that? That's what I'm saying. You got to have the goal in your mind. The vision, the goal must always be at the forefront of your consciousness. You must always be thinking about what you want to manifest, right? If you're trying to pay back your parents for everything, if you're trying to set up your parents, buy your mom a crib, buy your dad a car, right? Or, just get your parents out onto vacation or on a world tour because they deserve it for all the hard work they put in. Guess what, man? You got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined in this business that you got going on. You got to be working day in, day out, 10, 12, 15 hours a day if you need to, right? Because if you don't have that kind of discipline, guess what? Nothing's ever going to grow for you. Nothing's ever going to change for you. You're always going to be stuck in the same place you've always been stuck. I'm not even making this up, guys, right? If I wanted this YouTube channel to grow, I gotta post all the time. I gotta come out with new videos all the time. If I don't have the discipline to record new videos, guess what? This YouTube channel is never gonna grow. And this goes with anything, guys. You can do this with anything, literally, right? And so if you want to grow your knowledge, if you want to become more intellectual, if you want to learn more about skills, right? Whether it's finance, let's talk about finance though, since that word came up. You're out here trying to save money, but you're spending all the time, right? You're buying these frivolous things you don't need because you don't have the self-discipline to control your spending, to control you going out to the bar, right? Spending $50, $60 on drinks, right? Buying other girls' drinks, and they don't even care about you, bro. And you're wasting money. You're going to the hookah bar, spending $20, $30 on hookah, and it's only destroying your health because you don't have the self-discipline to realize, hey, man, let me put aside this money. Let me stash this money right now rather than spending it on stupid things, right? Let me invest this money. Let me be broke investing into assets, but rather you're being broke investing into liabilities, bro. That's what you're doing, right? You're investing into this fancy car you don't even need. It's just costing you more in maintenance, gas, and everything else, man, is depreciating more as well. So you got to have discipline no matter what your goal is, no matter what you're ambitious about, you got to have discipline, guys. And the third thing that's going to guarantee that you become the greatest version of yourself. Now, listen, guys, these are 3 things, 3 qualities that you need to possess, 3 ways. This is all you need to do, right? Ambition, you got to have it. Self-discipline, you gotta do it, guys. You gotta be disciplined. And the third thing you gotta do that will guarantee, wait for it, that will guarantee you achieve your greatest self is consistency, guys. Consistency. You gotta be consistent, right? So, you cannot, right? If you want to lose that weight, you cannot slip up. You cannot slip up. You cannot only go to the gym for 1 day a week or 2 days a week, right? You got to be at the gym 5-6 days a week, guys. You got maybe 1 rest day, but you got to be at the gym if you want to lose weight. If you're sticking to a diet, right? Every single day, you got to make sure your diet is on point, right? Do you have what it takes within you to stick to a diet plan? You have what it takes within you to do your cardio every day. You have what it takes within you to work out every day, to be at the gym every day, to save money every day, or you're going to be at the clubs every weekend, right? You got to think about that. You got to have that consistency. You got to be consistent in what you do, because if you're not consistent, you're never going to get the results you want, guys. You're never going to get the results you want, no matter what it is in life, right? Let's talk about school, right? If you're not consistent in your work, if you're not consistent in your studying, if you're not doing it day in, day out, right? That's all you got to breathe, eat, sleep. That's all you got to do is consistency, guys. No matter what ambition, no matter what desire, goal you have in mind, you got to be consistent with it, right? The best people in any field are not the most talented, right? They are not the greatest gifted, right? They don't have God's blessing upon them. All they have is consistency and discipline. That's what they did. They were consistent with their practice, right? Djokovic, the tennis player, Federer, the tennis player, they were consistent. They are consistent, right? That's why they're the best of the best. Look at any athlete in the world, right? Consistent in his training, consistent in preseason, consistent in postseason, right? I'm telling you guys that's how you gotta be. If you want to be successful at anything, you gotta be consistent, right? Same thing. If you're starting a business, or if you're in your business right now, you got to be consistent in your sales, with meeting up with clients, right? Following back, following up, right? Making sure you're doing everything you need to do day in, day out consistently to achieve everything you want, guys. And that's really the gist of this entire video is ambition, self-discipline, and consistency. If you guys can just do these 3 things, I promise you, any goal you set out, any desire you may have, for a fact, it's going to come true. For a fact, it's going to manifest. Yeah, it might take a little bit of time, man. That's what it is. Life, everything has a period of gestation. Everything has some time it takes to manifest. But if you can do all these things, guys, I promise you, you're going to achieve the greatest version of yourself. Literally. And if anything, right, I will say your greatest ambition should be self-improvement, self-development. If you guys are consistent and disciplined in that, you'll be unrecognizable. And it doesn't even have to be such a long time. It could just be a period of 6 months up to a year. You'll be unrecognizable because you put in the work day in, day out, guys. But that's it for this video. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody you know is slacking right now. Somebody you know is procrastinating right now, because they need to hear this. They need to hear the fact that, you need to get up and you need to get it going, right? There's people depending on you. There's people that want your success, like your mom, like your dad, because guess what? They literally sacrifice themselves for you, man. And if you're not giving anything back to them or the community or humanity in general, then you're wasting your life and you're not being your highest potential yourself as a human being, right? The greatest service you can do is the service to humanity, guys. Remember that always. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.